So we're going to get started. Our modified Ashtanga and restorative at the end. So if you have any blankets or pillows that you want to grab, then feel free. All right, so we're going to start at the top of our mat, and we'll start off with some sun breaths. So we'll start with the toes and heels together, the arms by your side, and we'll just inhale, sweeping the arms up, look up at the thumbs. Exhale, forward fold, relax the head and neck. Inhale to a flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, sweeping the arms all the way up, look up at the thumbs, and then back to attention to Samasthiti. And we'll do that again. So we'll inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale to a flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, sweep the arms up, look up at the thumbs, and then back with the arms back down. Awesome. One more time. So we'll inhale, look up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale to a flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, sweep the arms up, look up at the thumbs, and then back to attention. Awesome. All right, so you're probably at the top of your mat. I'm going to come to the top of my mat and we'll do Sun Salutation A. So we'll inhale the arms up over the head, look up at the thumbs. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale to a flat back. Exhale, come back into high plank, staying here, or low plank. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward dog, and we'll stay here for 5 breaths. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Awesome. Inhale the feet back in between the hands to a flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, sweep the arms up, look up at the thumbs, and then we'll bring the hands back by the side. Awesome. We'll do that again. Inhale, look up at the thumbs. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale to a flat back. Exhale, come back into high plank, staying here, or low plank. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward dog. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Inhale the feet back in between the hands to a flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, sweep the arms up, look up at the thumbs, and back to Samasthiti. Sorry, attention. We'll do that one more time. Inhale, sweeping the arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale to a flat back. Exhale, come back into high plank, staying here, or low plank. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward dog. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Inhale the feet back in between the hands to a flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, sweep the arms up, look up at the thumbs, and back to attention. Awesome. All right, so let's work on triangle pose. We'll inhale the arms up over the head, right foot steps out, nice big step, 4 to 5 feet, arms come down parallel to the ground, and we'll turn the toes towards the back wall. Try to touch the back wall, and then come down and maybe grab onto the foot, maybe the hand comes to the ankle, looking up at the left fingertips as you're breathing. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Awesome. Inhale, come all the way up. We'll turn all the toes to the side of the mat, left toes to the top of the mat, pigeon toe the right toes. Try to touch the front wall and bringing the left hand down rather on the leg, looking up at the right fingertips. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Nice. Engaging your core muscles. We'll inhale all the way back up. And we'll do revolve triangle. So we'll turn all the toes to the side of the mat. Right toes to the back of the mat. And we'll windmill the arms so the left hand comes to the inside or the outside of the right foot. The right hand comes up to the ceiling, or you can bring the right hand to the waist and just look over the right shoulder. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Awesome. Look down with the right toe. And we're going to windmill the arms and do the other side. And bring the toes to the side of the mat, the toes to the front of the mat. Right hand comes down to the mat, to the inside or the outside of the left foot. Left hand comes up to the ceiling. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Arms, and bring the right arm and the right foot back to the top of the mat. Awesome. Side ankle pose is next. So we'll inhale the arms up over the head. Right foot steps out. Nice big step. 4 to 5 feet. Arms come down parallel to the ground. And we'll turn the right toes towards the back of the mat. Bring the right elbow to the right knee. The left arm comes up so that you're one line. Arm, torso, leg. Really grounding into the left heel so you feel that line of energy. 3, 4, and 5. Nice. Let's inhale back up. We're going to turn all the toes to the side of the mat. Left toes to the top of the mat. Try to touch the wall and then bring the left elbow down. The right arm swings around so the elbow is right by the ear. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Awesome. So we'll inhale and come back up, turning all the toes to the side of the mat. And then we'll turn, bringing the palms to heart center. The left knee comes to the mat. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, bringing the left elbow to the outside of the right knee and pressing into the palms so that the palms are right at the center of the heart. Looking over the right shoulder. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Nice. Looking down at the right toe, we're going to windmill the arms and do the other side. So palms to heart center. We'll take an inhale. The outside of the right elbow comes to the outside of the left knee. Looking over the left shoulder. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Awesome. Look down at the left toes. And we're going to come up and windmill the arms and bring the right arm and the right foot back to the top of the mat. Awesome. Wide-legged forward fold is next. So we'll inhale the arms up with the palms together. The right foot steps out again. Nice big step, 4 to 5 feet. And we'll bring the hands to the waist. So just take a moment to make sure that the toes are in one line here. And the sides of the feet are parallel to the top and the bottom of the mat. We'll inhale, look up at the ceiling. Exhale and fold forward, bringing the hands to the mat or to some blocks. Remember that you can bend into the knees here if you'd like to. So nice deep breath. It's equal weight in all 4 corners of the feet. 4 and 5. Awesome. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, the hands to the waist. Inhale, come up, look up at the ceiling. Exhale, relax the head and neck. Nice. So let's inhale the arms out with the palms down. Exhale the hands behind you, interlace the fingers. Inhale, look up at the ceiling. Exhale and come forward. So weight is still equally in all four corners of the feet. Coming down nice and slowly, and maybe your hands, clasped hands, come up to the ceiling or over the head or stay on the low back. 3, 4, and 5. So if the hands are up to the ceiling, you'll bring them back to the low back, and we'll inhale all the way up, look up at the ceiling. Exhale, relax the head and neck. And we'll bring the hands to the waist. And we'll do one more. So we'll inhale, look up at the ceiling. Exhale and fold forward. So this time, if you want to grab onto the two big toes with your peace fingers, you can. Or bring the hands to the mat. You can inhale, lengthen the spine, and then exhale and take the full pose. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Nice. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, the hands to the waist. Inhale, come all the way up, look up at the ceiling. Exhale, relax the head and neck. And then we'll bend into the right knee and bring the right foot to meet the left. And we'll turn towards the top of the mat. Awesome. Okay. Pyramid pose is next. So we'll inhale the arms up over the head sideways, palms together. The right foot steps out, just 3 feet this time, and we're going to turn on the heels so all the toes are facing the back of the mat. Hands come around behind you to grab opposite elbows or reverse namaskar. We'll inhale, look up at the ceiling. Exhale and come forward with a straight back. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Nice. Inhale all the way back up. Turning all the toes to the side of the mat, all the toes to the top of the mat. And we'll inhale, look up at the ceiling. Exhale and come forward. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Nice. Inhale, come all the way up. And we're going to release the hands and bend into the right knee and bring the right foot to meet the left. Awesome. All right, so we're going, after this, now we're going to work on a little bit of balancing. We'll work on our separate standing leg stretch. Remember, you can use your strap here or you can just hold on to the knee. If you want to grab onto your big toe, you totally can. So when you're ready, the right leg comes out, left hand comes to the waist. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Nice. We're going to bring the right leg out to the right side. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Awesome. We'll come back to center and we'll release the strap of your hand and point the toes. 3, 4, and 5. Awesome. We'll release the right leg back down and we'll do the other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Bringing the left leg to the side. If you want to look over the right shoulder, you totally can. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And coming back to center, pointing the toe, hands back to the waist. 3, 4, and 5. Awesome. Bring the left leg back down. We'll work on tree pose next. So if you would like to do the traditional Ashtanga pose here, you can, or you can do a traditional tree pose. Finding your right foot position, whichever is the most comfortable, bringing the palms to heart center. 3, 4, and 5. Awesome. So let's release the right leg and we'll do the other side. So again, it's your choice. You can do the more traditional with the bent knee and the heel to the hip crease, or a traditional hatha tree. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Awesome. So we're releasing the left leg back down. Palms come down to the side of the body. We're going to do a sun breath here. So we'll inhale, look up at the thumbs. Exhale, forward fold. Relax the head and neck. Inhale to a flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, sweeping the arms all the way up. And then hands come back down to the upper legs. We'll work on chair pose next. So bending into the knees until the knees touch. We'll inhale the arms up over the head. Palms can be together or apart. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Awesome. Let's inhale, straighten the legs. Exhale, forward fold, relax the head and neck. Inhale to a flat back for a sun breath. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, sweep the arms up, look up at the thumbs, and then back, arms down by your side. Nice. So we're going to work on Warrior 1 next. So we'll step the right foot back and to the right a little bit. Turning the right, nope, we're going to turn all the way to the side of the mat, all the way to the back of the mat. Oh, we're not. We're going to inhale the arms up over the head. For 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Awesome. Inhale, straighten the right leg. Turn all the toes to the side of the mat, all the toes to the top of the mat, and we'll bend into the left knee. Right hip turns towards the left toes. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Awesome. Inhale, straighten the left leg. We'll turn all the toes to the side of the mat, all the toes to the back of the mat, bending into the right knee and turning this into Warrior 2. Maybe you're adjusting the stance a little bit so the left foot is actually pointing towards the side of the mat, looking over the right arm. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Awesome. Inhale, straighten the right leg. Turn all the toes to the side of the mat. Left toes to the top of the mat. Bend into the left knee for Warrior 2 on the other side, looking over the left fingertips. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Awesome. Windmill the arms. Bring the hands to frame the left foot. Coming back into a high plank. Staying here or moving into low plank. Inhale, upward facing. And we'll move back into downward dog. And we'll take a breath here. And then we'll bend the knees and bring the knees to the mat. Crossing the ankles and rolling over. We're going to work on boat pose. So if you want to, you can bring the hands behind you for boat pose. So we're lifting the legs up. You can keep the arms out. You can bend the knees and hold on to the undersides of the knees. We'll just do 2. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Awesome. So we'll just come to crisscross applesauce, push into the hands, lift the sit bones up, and we'll do that again. But last time. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Awesome. So crisscross applesauce. This time we're going to come up and roll over and come into a tabletop position. So we'll do a little bit of cat-cow here. So as we're inhaling, we're drawing the abdomen towards the mat, lifting the heart up to the ceiling, and as you're exhaling, rounding the back, tucking the chin, pushing into the hands and the knees, and then inhaling, letting the abdomen drop, exhaling, rounding the back. If you would like to, you can turn this into more of a moving cat-cow. On the exhale, when you're rounding the back, dropping the sit bones back to the heels, maybe making that humming sound, activating the parasympathetic nervous system. Inhale and exhale. I'm humming for you. Inhale and exhale. As always, feel free to go at your own pace. We all have different lengths of breath. So let's do one more wherever you are. We're going to meet in child's pose. So when you are done, even if you haven't been rounding back, we're going to drop the sit bones to the heels. Remember, your child's pose can be knees together or knees apart. You can bring the forehead to the mat if you're comfortable, maybe rocking the forehead from side to side. Breathing. Awesome. We'll take one more breath here. Nice. All right, so we'll slowly make our way. So we're sitting on the heels. We're not going to sit on the heels for long. We're going to cross the ankles and come back to a seated position. Awesome. All right, so I'm going to face you. And we'll start out with the legs together. We'll take an inhale and then come forward, relaxing into this pose. So once you're comfortable taking a nice deep breath, remember you can always sit on a blanket or a pillow to give your hips a little more lift if you are uncomfortable or you feel like your back is really rounded. And then once you're in this pose, feel free to close the eyes, relaxing the head and neck. Remembering if you have blankets or pillows, you can always put them in front of you. And so we're completely focused on the breath here. We'll take one more breath. And then we'll slowly make our way back up to a straight spine. And take a breath here, and we'll work on Janu Shirshasana next. So we will bring the right leg out and the left leg in. So the left foot is on the right upper leg. And we'll inhale the arms up over the head and turn towards your outstretched leg and come down. And breathing. Nice deep breaths, really allowing the body to sink into this pose. Closing the eyes. Slowing the breath down here. We'll take one more breath. Awesome. We're going to inhale back up. Feel free to inhale the arms up over the head if you like that, and exhale the arms down by your side. And we'll switch the legs out. And so for this side, we'll inhale the arms up and turn and come over the left leg. Relaxing the head and neck. Remember, you can always use your props here for extra relaxation. Nice deep breaths. We'll take one more breath. And then we'll inhale. Maybe you want to inhale the arms up over the head. And exhale the arms down by your side. Awesome. All right, let's bring the legs out into a V shape. And so you can place your pillows in front of you if you would like to. We'll inhale, lengthen, and exhale and come forward. If you want to grab onto the two big toes with your peace fingers, you can. You can bring the hands in front of you for a little support. Or maybe you have a blanket or a pillow in front of you. Trying to point the toes up to the ceiling as you're just sinking into this shape. We'll take one more breath here. And then slowly coming back up. And we'll bring the soles of the feet together. Work on a little butterfly pose. So if you want to, of course you can bring the heels closer to your sit bones, or you can bring them further away. So wherever you are, we'll inhale, lengthen, exhale, and come forward. Relaxing the head and neck. And breathing. I'm listening to this awesome audiobook about Zazen meditation, Japanese meditation. And it talks about having a relationship with boredom. And that everything in the Zazen meditation is geared towards being boring. And how that when you feel bored and you just kind of move into that non-activity, it brings you closer to your authentic self. So breathing into that quiet, still mind, that place of boredom. We'll take one more breath here. Awesome. And then we're going to slowly come up. So if you're using your hands to push yourself up, that is awesome. And we'll bring the knees together and then bring the legs out long. And we'll inhale, lengthen, and just slowly roll down. vertebrae by vertebrae. And we'll take a breath here. So we'll work on supported bridge next. So if you have a block nearby or a pillow, doesn't matter. We'll bring the soles of the feet to the mat and lift the hips up, bringing the block or the pillow just underneath to where the sacrum is. So it almost feels like a shelf for your sacrum. And breathing. Closing the eyes and just allowing the body to kind of settle into this. Letting the shoulders relax onto the mat. Feeling the weight in all four corners of the feet. Taking nice deep breaths. And we'll take one more breath here. And then when you're ready, pushing the weight into the soles of the feet and lifting the hips up and taking the block out from underneath. And then we'll draw the knees in, and giving yourself a nice hug. Maybe you want to rock from side to side. Awesome. All right, so let's bring the soles of the feet back down to the mat. And we're going to cross the right leg over the left leg. So you're crossing the right ankle over the left knee, rather. And we'll bring the left knee all the way up and interlacing the fingers around the left knee. So you can put your right arm through that little triangle that your leg makes. You can put your right arm in the little triangle and interlace the fingers underneath the left knee instead of on top of the left knee. If you find this is too much, you can just keep the left sole of the foot on the mat. And so closing the eyes here. Focusing on the breath. We're going to take one more breath here. And then releasing the fingers, the left sole of the foot comes back down to the mat and we'll uncross the right leg. And then we'll do the other side. So the left ankle to the right knee, and then drawing the right knee back towards you, interlacing your fingers somewhere. Or you can also use a strap here. Relaxing the shoulder blades onto the mat. Maybe if you're feeling this in the hip, you're sending breath down to the hip. This is a modified pigeon pose. Awesome. We're going to take one more breath here. Nice. And then we'll release the hands. Bring the right sole of the foot back to the mat. Uncross the legs, bringing both feet to the mat. And maybe we're going to work on supported fish next. Maybe rolling over to the side, letting yourself come up to get your blanket or your support for supported fish. So if you have a rolled blanket, that's awesome. I have a bolster, So my blanket is unrolled. You can use pillows here. Some people like to use a block. If you're using a block, you would put it upright and bring it right to your upper back, well, your upper mid back. So bringing the bolster or the blanket behind you and you're relaxing back. So some people like to have not such a long bolster as I have and just bringing the top of the head to the mat. I personally prefer head support. But having the top of the head on the mat helps to open up the throat chakra a little bit more. So allowing the heart chakra to open. Maybe you're taking nice deep breaths here. And for this pose, especially in a restorative style, you can have the arms down by your side or you can have the arms stretched out. Just allowing your body to sink. Maybe breathing into the heart chakra. We'll take one more breath here. Awesome. And then we're going to roll over to one side, taking the blanket out. And then rolling back onto the back. And maybe we'll just do a nice big body stretch. So just stretching the fingers over the head and stretching the toes towards the bottom of the mat. And then just relaxing everything and taking a breath. Awesome. All right, so let's bring the arms back down so that the palms are on the mat. We're going to bring the knees up to the chest, giving yourself a nice hug. Awesome. And when you're ready, bringing the knees over to the right side. So we're doing a supine twist here, relaxing the left shoulder onto the mat. Remembering you can bring a pillow and place it in between the knees, or you can place a pillow underneath the left shoulder. The arms can be out wide or over the head. And then closing the eyes and just focusing on the breath. We'll take one more breath here. And then when you're ready, using the right hand underneath the right knee to draw the knees back up to center, we're going to give ourselves a nice hug. And then we'll draw the knees over to the left side. The right shoulder's relaxing onto the mat. And we're breathing. Maybe imagining that you're wringing any extra tension out of the body. We'll take one more breath here. And then using the left hand under the left knee, drawing the knees back up to center, giving yourself a nice hug. Maybe doing a little happy baby if you like to work the low back out, grabbing onto the soles of the feet from the inside or the outside. And then when you're ready, coming into Savasana. So your favorite Savasana, whether you're stretched out with the legs long, or maybe the soles of the feet are on the mat with the knees touching, or maybe like a supine butterfly. Maybe you would like a pillow and a little blanket. Focusing on the breath. Maybe even moving joyful energy through the body from the tips of the toes up through the knees and the hips. Letting the arms hang heavy. Relaxing the muscles of the face. Relaxing the forehead, the cheeks, the chin, the jaw. Maybe taking an internal inventory and just seeing how the body feels. How do you feel? We'll take one more breath in Savasana. And then when you're ready, just very gently beginning to bring your awareness back to the room. Maybe wiggling your fingers and toes. And then when you're ready, drawing the knees up to the chest and slowly rolling over to one side. And we'll come up tonight and we'll just do a little bit of seated meditation. So when you come up to a seated position, maybe crisscross applesauce if you want to practice your half lotus or full lotus. And the hands can be in the lap. Finding the breath here. Just taking a moment to process your yoga practice. And we'll take one more breath in meditation. And when you're ready, slowly blinking the eyes open. And we'll just take one last breath together. We'll inhale the arms up over the head and palms heart center. Namaste and thank you.